The screen opens in darkness. A slow, metallic sound echoes, the kind of sound a single coin makes when it lands on a wooden table. Then a voice breaks the silence. Have you ever wondered if a tiny coin hiding in an old jar, forgotten wallet, or dusty drawer could secretly be a fortune? Not just a few dollars, not even a few thousand, but a life-changing treasure, quietly waiting to be discovered. Across the United States, collectors and everyday people are realizing something shocking. Some of the most ordinary-looking coins from the early 1900s are now worth staggering amounts at auction. Coins that once bought a simple 5-cent purchase are suddenly commanding attention in the world's most competitive numismatic markets. Today, on the channel US MintX, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and valuable families of coins ever produced by the United States Mint, the legendary Buffalo nickel. These coins are not just pieces of metal, they are fragments of American history, symbols of a powerful era, and in some cases, hidden vaults of wealth. But here's the unbelievable part. Some Buffalo nickels that look worn, gray, and completely ordinary are secretly among the most sought-after treasures in the collector world. Many people have unknowingly spent them, lost them, or tossed them into coin jars without ever realizing their true power. Coin number 1. In today's video, we will reveal 3 of the most valuable Buffalo nickel discoveries shaking the auction market today. Each one has a story, a design that captures the spirit of America, and a rarity level that makes collectors compete fiercely to own it. And the first coin we're about to uncover might look quiet and modest at first glance, but experts know it carries a hidden weight of history, mystery, and extraordinary value. Stay with me until the end, because if a coin like this is sitting unnoticed somewhere near you, you might be holding a treasure far greater than you ever imagined. Now let's step into the fascinating world of our first discovery. The year was 1914. America was standing on the edge of enormous change. Industry was booming, cities were expanding, and the United States Mint was continuing production of one of the most beautiful coins ever created, the Buffalo nickel. Officially called the Indian head nickel, this coin carried a design that captured the powerful identity of the American frontier. The Buffalo nickel series had only been introduced the year before, in 1913, and it instantly became one of the most admired coins in circulation. The artist behind this masterpiece was sculptor James Earl Fraser, who wanted to create a design that honored the strength and heritage of Native American culture and the wild spirit of the American plains. On the front of the coin, the obverse, you see the strong profile of a Native American leader. Fraser didn't model this face after a single person. Instead, he combined the features of several Native American chiefs to create a powerful symbol representing the pride and resilience of indigenous nations. The deep facial lines, the braided hair, and the feather detail give the coin a bold personality that still captivates collectors more than a century later. Turn the coin over, and the reverse design reveals something equally iconic, a massive American buffalo standing firmly on a raised mound of earth. This animal represents the untamed wilderness of North America. The buffalo appears strong, calm, and unshakable, symbolizing the rugged spirit that helped shape the nation. But the particular coin we're discussing today holds a fascinating detail that makes it especially mysterious to collectors. This is the 1914 Buffalo nickel without a mint mark. When you examine the coin carefully, you'll notice that beneath the 5 cents inscription on the reverse, there is no small mint letter indicating Denver or San Francisco. That means this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark during that era. At first glance, that might not seem unusual. But for this specific year and condition, surviving examples with strong details have become incredibly scarce over time. The coin itself is composed of a durable yet distinctive metal blend used for buffalo nickels, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This mixture gave this coin strength for circulation, but also produced the characteristic gray layers and surface tone that collectors recognize instantly. The weight of the coin is precisely 5 grams, carefully balanced during minting to maintain consistent quality. Its diameter measures 21.2 millimeters, giving it the familiar compact presence of a classic 5-cent piece. The thickness sits around 1.95 millimeters, while the smooth edge completes the design without any reading. Although millions were originally minted in 1914, the harsh reality of circulation slowly erased many of them from existence. These coins were used daily in markets, rail stations, restaurants, and small-town shops. Over decades, the raised design elements wore down, and countless pieces were eventually melted, lost, or discarded. Today, collectors searching for a 1914 buffalo nickel in very fine condition face an incredibly difficult challenge. The term "very fine" means the coin still shows strong detail in the Native Americans' hair braids and clear outlines in the buffalo's body, even though light wear has occurred over time. Coins surviving with this level of preservation have become rare because most examples were heavily worn during decades of circulation. Another fascinating feature collectors love about this coin is the natural gray layered appearance that forms on the surface after many decades. This subtle toning gives the coin a historic aura, almost like a fingerprint left by time itself. And in the world of high-level coin collecting, rarity combined with historical authenticity creates intense demand. Major auction houses have seen collectors compete fiercely whenever a strong 1914 Philadelphia buffalo nickel appears on the market. Serious numismatists understand that coins like this are not simply currency, they are pieces of American cultural heritage that cannot be recreated. Demand continues to grow because the number of surviving examples is limited, while interest in early 20th century coinage continues to expand among investors and collectors alike. And now we arrive at the moment that always shocks viewers. The current auction market value for a 1914 buffalo nickel without mint mark in very fine condition has reached approximately $265,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single 5-cent coin, once used in everyday pocket change, now commands a value that collectors treat as a serious treasure in the numismatic world. The price I'm sharing reflects the absolutely current market environment in the collector community, where rare buffalo nickels continue to gain attention and appreciation year after year. Experts constantly emphasize that coins like this are becoming more valuable with time. As more pieces disappear into private collections and museum archives, the remaining examples become even more desirable. For collectors, discovering one of these coins is like uncovering a hidden vault of American history. Many enthusiasts spend years searching estate sales, antique stores, and coin shows, hoping to encounter a specimen with the right date, condition, and authenticity. If you ever come across an early buffalo nickel, never dismiss it as an ordinary coin. Examine the details carefully. Look for the date, the condition of the Native American portrait, and the clarity of the buffalo on the reverse. Coins that appear worn but still preserve strong features could hold far greater importance than people realize. Collectors also recommend storing such coins safely and having them professionally evaluated before selling or trading them. Authentication and grading can dramatically influence collector interest and ensure that a coin receives the recognition it deserves. Holding a coin like this in your hand is more than owning a piece of metal. It's holding a silent witness to more than a century of American history, a survivor of countless journeys through time. And somewhere across the country, there is always the possibility that another forgotten buffalo nickel is still hiding in a drawer, an old jar, or a family coin collection, waiting patiently for someone to recognize its true power. For those who understand the world of rare coins, discoveries like this are not myths or fantasies. They are real treasures that continue to emerge in auctions and collections every year. That's why on US MintX, we explore these incredible stories daily, uncovering coins that most people overlook but collectors consider priceless. And remember, our channel is freshly updated every day with new discoveries from the fascinating world of rare US coins. But the story doesn't stop here, because the second coin in today's video carries an even deeper mystery, a buffalo nickel that collectors chase with unbelievable passion. And when you see the details behind that coin, you may realize the treasure hidden in American pocket change is far greater than anyone ever imagined. Next up, now the excitement begins to rise even higher, because the next buffalo nickel we're about to reveal carries a story that many collectors still describe as one of the most surprising hidden treasures in the entire series. At first glance, this coin may not look impressive at all. In fact, some people might even mistake it for a worn-out coin with brown spots and faded details. Many have passed it along in pocket change without giving it a second thought. But in the powerful world of coin collecting, appearances can be incredibly deceptive. This is the buffalo nickel 5 cents 1925 without mint mark, a mysterious survivor from an era when America was racing through the roaring 20s. A coin that once quietly moved through the hands of ordinary people is now capturing the attention of serious collectors and elite auction houses across the United States. When you hold this coin, you are touching a small but powerful piece of American history. The buffalo nickel design had already become legendary by the time 1925 arrived. Created by the brilliant sculptor James Earl Fraser, the coin represented something deeply American. Fraser wanted the coin to capture the strength, endurance, and cultural spirit that shaped the nation. On the front side of the coin, the obverse, the image that appears is the bold profile of a Native American figure. This portrait is not of one single individual. Instead, Fraser combined the facial characteristics of several respected Native American leaders to form a symbolic representation of the indigenous nations of America. The expression on the face is strong, proud, and deeply detailed. Even in coins that show moderate wear, the outline of the cheekbone, the nose, and the flowing braid of hair can still be seen. The word liberty appears proudly along the right side of the design, while the date 1925 sits firmly near the lower edge. When collectors examine a buffalo nickel like this, they are not simply looking at a coin. They are studying a work of art that reflects an entire chapter of American heritage. Turn the coin over to the reverse side, and the design immediately commands attention. A massive American buffalo stands firmly upon a mound of earth. This animal represents the untamed wilderness of the North American plains and the strength of the frontier that once stretched across the continent. The buffalo appears powerful, calm, and unshaken by time. Above the animal, the words United States of America curve along the rim, while below the buffalo rests the bold inscription, 5 cents. Now here is where the mystery deepens. On this particular coin, there is no mint mark. That means the coin was struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint, the original mint facility responsible for producing many of the earliest American coins. During that era, coins from Philadelphia often carried no mint mark making them slightly more difficult for casual observers to identify. At first glance, the 1925 Philadelphia Buffalo nickel might seem like a common coin. After all, millions were originally produced. But time has a powerful way of changing the fate of coins. Over the decades, these nickels were used heavily in everyday commerce. They traveled through grocery stores, railway stations, diners, gas stations, and countless small-town businesses. Every transaction slowly wore down the surface of the coin. Many were eventually lost, damaged, melted down, or forgotten. Today, surviving examples that remain in fine condition are becoming increasingly scarce. Fine condition means the coin still shows visible outlines in the main design. The Native American's braid and facial structure can still be recognized, while the buffalo's body remains clear, even though the details have softened over time. But something fascinating happens with older buffalo nickels like this one. As the decades pass, the metal surface begins to develop natural brown spotting and aged toning. To an untrained eye, these marks may look like damage. Yet experienced collectors understand that these patterns are actually part of the coin's natural aging process. Those brown spots tell a story of time, circulation, and authenticity. In fact, many collectors appreciate this type of original patina because it proves the coin has not been artificially cleaned or altered. The coin itself is made from the same classic buffalo nickel composition used throughout the series. It contains 75% copper and 25% nickel, a combination chosen by the United States Mint to create durability while maintaining the coin's distinctive color and weight. The total weight of the coin is 5 grams, a precise balance that remained consistent across buffalo nickel production. Its diameter measures 21.2 millimeters, giving the coin its familiar round shape and comfortable presence in the hand. The thickness is approximately 1.95 millimeters, while the smooth edge design completes the classic appearance of the 5-cent piece. Although these measurements may seem technical, they are extremely important to serious collectors. Authenticity, weight, and size help confirm that a coin is genuine and has not been altered. But what truly transforms this coin into a hidden treasure is the combination of its age, its condition, and its survival rate. The Buffalo Nickel series experienced heavy circulation during the early 20th century. Many coins from this period lost their dates completely due to wear. That means finding a 1925 example where the date remains visible is already significant. When collectors encounter a coin where the date is readable and the design is still recognizable, demand increases rapidly. And in the modern auction market, demand is everything. Collectors across the United States and internationally are constantly searching for buffalo nickels that still preserve their identity after decades of circulation. Each surviving coin becomes a rare messenger from the past. Auction houses have seen a surge of interest in early buffalo nickels over recent years. As new collectors enter the hobby and experienced investors expand their collections, coins like the 1925 No Mint Mark nickel continue to gain attention. This is where the story becomes truly astonishing, because when a 1925 Buffalo nickel without mint mark appears in fine condition with its natural brown spotting and aged surface intact, the collector market recognizes it as a powerful piece of numismatic history. The current auction market value for this specific coin condition has reached approximately $248,000. Yes, an original 5-cent coin from 1925 now commands a price that collectors treat as a genuine treasure. The value I am sharing reflects the absolutely current market environment, where rare buffalo nickels continue to climb in demand and recognition. And experts in the numismatic world repeatedly remind collectors of one important reality. The number of surviving coins from this era is not increasing. Every year, more examples disappear into private collections, where they may remain hidden for decades. That means the remaining coins circulating in the collector market become even more desirable. This is why discovering a coin like this can feel like uncovering a buried fortune that history quietly protected for more than a century. For collectors and everyday viewers watching today, the most important lesson is simple. Never underestimate an old buffalo nickel. Many valuable coins have been accidentally spent, lost, or thrown into coin jars simply because their true importance was not recognized. The worn surface, the brown spots, and the aged color might make the coin look ordinary to some people. But for those who understand rare coins, those signs can be the fingerprints of a hidden treasure. If you ever come across a buffalo nickel dated 1925, examine it carefully. Look closely at the date, the buffalo design, and the presence or absence of a mint mark. A coin that seems ordinary could actually be a remarkable survivor with powerful collector demand. It is always wise to store such coins safely and seek professional evaluation from trusted grading services or experienced numismatists. Authentication and grading often reveal details that dramatically influence collector interest. Holding a coin like this means holding a story that traveled through nearly a century of American life. It may have passed through the hands of farmers, factory workers, soldiers, shopkeepers, and families long before reaching the modern collector market. And yet somehow it survived. That survival is what transforms it from simple currency into a treasure. And remember, here on US MintX, we bring you these incredible coin discoveries every single day. Our channel is freshly updated daily with new stories from the fascinating world of rare US coins and hidden auction treasures. But don't go anywhere yet, because the third coin in today's video carries an even deeper level of rarity, a buffalo nickel that collectors describe as one of the most astonishing hidden fortunes still appearing in auctions. And when we uncover that final coin, you may start looking at every old nickel in your pocket with completely different eyes. Next up, now we arrive at the final discovery of today's video, and the excitement reaches its highest point, because the coin we are about to reveal is one of those quiet treasures that many people have unknowingly passed through their hands without realizing its incredible significance. Imagine a coin resting silently in an old coin jar, a forgotten drawer, or perhaps mixed with ordinary pocket change. Its surface shows soft gray tones mixed with beautiful blue waves of natural aging. To someone who does not understand rare coins, it may simply look old, maybe even slightly worn, but collectors know something very different. This is the Buffalo Nickel 5 cents 1916 without mint mark, a coin that carries powerful history, breathtaking design, and a rarity that continues to surprise even experienced numismatists. Coins like this are not just currency anymore. They are hidden vaults of American heritage that have quietly grown into extraordinary treasures. When the Buffalo Nickel series began in 1913, the United States Mint introduced one of the most beautiful designs ever placed on a circulating coin. The creator behind this masterpiece was the talented sculptor James Earl Fraser, who wanted the coin to represent the true spirit of America. Fraser believed American coinage should tell the story of the nation. Instead of classical European imagery, he wanted a design that reflected the real history of the American frontier. On the front of the coin, the obverse design shows the powerful profile of a Native American figure. This portrait carries strength, dignity, and pride. Fraser created this image by blending the facial characteristics of several Native American chiefs he personally met, including Iron Tail, Two Moons, and big tree. The result is a portrait that feels both realistic and symbolic at the same time. The strong cheekbones and the detailed braid of hair and the feather elements give the coin an unforgettable identity. Even after more than a century, this design still captures the admiration of collectors around the world. Along the right side of the portrait, the word Liberty is proudly engraved, while the year 1916 appears near the lower edge of the coin. When collectors examine this date, they often feel a sense of connection to a very different America, a nation still growing, evolving, and moving toward a future no one could fully imagine. Turning the coin over reveals the equally famous reverse design. Standing powerfully on a mound of earth is the mighty American buffalo. The animal appears calm, yet incredibly strong, symbolizing the untamed wilderness that once stretched across the American plains. This buffalo design has become one of the most iconic images ever used in United States coinage. Above the animal are the words United States of America, while just below appears the denomination 5 cents. Now comes the fascinating detail that gives this particular coin its special identity. There is no mint mark. That means this coin was produced at the historic Philadelphia Mint. During the early 20th century, coins struck in Philadelphia typically did not carry a mint mark, which can make identification more challenging for casual observers. However, serious collectors pay very close attention to these details. The absence of a mint mark, combined with the year 1916, creates a specific variety that has become increasingly important in the Buffalo Nickel series. The coin itself was manufactured using the standard Buffalo nickel metal composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This mixture gave the coin both strength and a distinctive appearance. Over time, this metal blend often develops beautiful natural toning. In the case of the coin we are discussing today, collectors have noticed an especially attractive pattern of gray coloration blended with soft blue waves across the surface. These blue-toned patterns form naturally as the coin reacts slowly with its environment over many decades. Far from being damaged, this natural toning gives the coin a remarkable visual character that many collectors find extremely appealing. In fact, coins with original toning often attract stronger attention because they clearly show that the coin has not been artificially cleaned or altered. The physical specifications of the coin also reflect the careful standards of early 20th century minting. The weight of the Buffalo nickel is exactly 5 grams. Its diameter measures 21.2 millimeters, giving it the familiar compact size of a traditional 5-cent piece. The thickness measures approximately 1.95 millimeters, while the edge remains smooth without any ridges. Although these details may seem simple, they play a crucial role in verifying authenticity and preserving the historical integrity of the coin. But what truly transforms this 1916 Buffalo nickel into a hidden treasure is the way time has reduced its surviving population. When these coins were first minted, millions entered circulation. They traveled through busy cities, rural towns, train stations, markets, and countless everyday transactions. The Buffalo nickel became one of the most heavily used coins of its era. Because the design featured high relief details, the surfaces wore down quickly during circulation. Many coins lost their dates entirely after years of use. Others were damaged, melted for metal, or simply discarded over time. Today, locating a 1916 Buffalo nickel without mint mark that still survives in very fine condition has become extremely difficult. Very fine condition means the coin still shows strong outlines in the Native American portrait and clear structure in the buffalo's body, even though light wear has occurred across the highest points. Collectors searching for this level of preservation often spend years hoping to encounter a genuine example. And when one finally appears in the collector market, the excitement spreads quickly. The combination of historical significance, original design, natural gray and blue toning, and strong remaining detail creates a coin that collectors view as a remarkable survivor from the early 20th century. Auction houses across the United States have reported growing competition among collectors for early buffalo nickels in attractive preserved condition. Each time one appears for sale, it reminds the numismatic community that these coins are not simply relics of the past. They are living pieces of American history whose value continues to rise as fewer examples remain available. Now comes the moment that surprises many viewers. The current auction market value for a 1916 buffalo nickel without mint mark in very fine condition with its natural gray and blue toning has reached approximately $278,000. Yes, a coin that once represented just 5 cents in everyday spending now stands among the hidden treasures of the collector world. The value I am sharing reflects the absolutely current market environment, where early buffalo nickels continue gaining recognition and demand. Experts repeatedly emphasize that coins like this grow more desirable as time passes. With every year, more pieces are absorbed into private collections, where they may remain for generations. That means the opportunities to discover one become even more exciting. For collectors and viewers watching today, there is an important lesson in this story. Never underestimate the quiet power of an old coin. Many valuable pieces have been accidentally lost, spent, or ignored simply because people did not recognize what they were holding. A coin with gray color, blue waves of toning, and moderate wear might look ordinary to some. But in the world of rare coins, those features can signal something extraordinary. If you ever encounter a buffalo nickel dated 1916, take a careful look. Examine the details, observe the date, and check for the presence or absence of a mint mark. Coins that seem simple may actually carry a hidden fortune waiting to be recognized. Collectors always recommend protecting such coins carefully and seeking professional grading and authentication before selling or trading them. Proper evaluation can reveal the true importance of a coin and ensure it receives the respect it deserves in the collector market. Holding a coin like this is like holding a silent witness to more than 100 years of American life. It has survived countless journeys, countless exchanges, and countless moments in history. And somehow it remained. That survival transforms it from a small piece of metal into a genuine treasure. Here on US MintX, we continue exploring these incredible discoveries every day. Our channel is freshly updated daily with new rare coins stories, auction revelations, and hidden treasures that many people overlook. So the next time you see an old nickel resting quietly in a jar, drawer, or pocket, remember something important. History sometimes hides its greatest treasures in the smallest places.